Well, let's take a look how Camilleri makes himself dangerous, because the key is when you don't have the puck, get in the open and then your teammates can find you somewhere. So take a look with our cool Telestration. We're going to see Camilleri right in the middle. He's directing traffic at that point. Puck goes back to the point. Now we're going to see Camilleri, how he just sort of kicks out. He notices, well, I'm not very effective right there, but if I move over to that other area, then my teammate Subban can hopefully find an open passing lane, and just waits for an instant there for the Bruins to get the stick out of the lane. Then Camilleri, as we know, right, that one was right in his wheelhouse, and no goaltender is going to stop that.
Kelly, let's start with the trick line for the Bruins, the one that's caught Montreal and given them a handful.
Well, you know, give Boston full credit for the game-tying goal because they went out and earned it, but also Montreal, I just want to show how they're actually in perfect position, and they get lost a little bit, and this is just all work ethic. So we're going to see the line, as you mentioned, Peverley going in there, and he's going to knock Moen off the puck in the corner. And Moen, as you guys know, is a good defensive player, so that's unusual right off the get-go. The puck's going to squirt free. Ryder's going to come in. He's going to get a step on Sopel, and at this point now, everybody's going to start chasing. They get a little bit too puck-focused. Ryder throws it out front, and it goes right to Peverley. You're going to see the game-tying goal scorer in front, Kelly. Initially, the puck's going to go right through the creaseau, and right there, Peverley just whacks at it, and there's a open, unchecked Kelly, and Sopel just lost his check. Everybody is in great position, and that's why that kind of, to lose that game is so disappointing in that manner. Having said that, let's take a look at the first one. There's Boychuk, number 55. The puck's going to come to him, and I must say, Montreal does a great job. It looks as though the far winger is open. You're going to see Wisniewski, though, the defenseman that's highlighted. He's going to anticipate that pass coming across. He steps into it. And as you know, Wisniewski has a great shot. He's not hesitant in ever putting it on net. And Boychuk again loses his check. Camilleri gets a rebound. And then the second goal, just seconds later, Ferentz, the puck rolls on him a little bit. Camilleri goes in behind. He anticipates that play. And he's going to intercept that rolling puck. And he's going to come right back out front, find an open Darsh, and it's 2-0. And at that point, Montreal, as you know, the way they play, they're awfully difficult to come back against. And boy, as a goaltender, are you ever mad at yourself when the game-winning goal is a terrible mistake by you? And PJ showed the Carey Price giveaway. Let's show it from a different angle and what he was looking at, what was coming at him, and why it's such a poor decision. And as we know, he's so good at handling the puck, so calm and collected. But sometimes when you're that good, you think that you're better than you are, and this is a very high-risk play, as you can see. The Boston Bruins swarming. They're going to come right at him, and we know the puck goes right to Peverley, and at that point, 3-0. They battle hard to come back, but that's one Carey Price, I'm sure, won't try next game. Burroughs obviously scores the goal, but it's all Kessler, and it's all about his basics and what he was taught as a kid, and then how he combines that with determination. So we're going to see at the blue line, Raymond's going to get the puck, and quickly, notice Kessler right there. He's setting a target. He wants a puck. Good players want the puck in important games. There it is. There's a target, and then such a big power move going around. Such a great skater, and Duncan Keith, and that was a setup play for sure. Burroughs knew where to go exactly, and that's why we have a 1-0 lead. Nashville's penalty killing is just horrible. It's worse than the playoffs. So let's take a look how Vancouver's going to attack it and take advantage of that. So as we know, the penalty killers have to work together, and so we see all four of them. And initially, when the puck goes down low, they're perfect. You can see that they don't get too spread out. Not very much distance in between the players. You can see here it's only 6.7 feet. So I like that setup right there. Taking care of the house. Now you're going to see Vancouver. Oh, that's not good for us. So let's spread them apart. Let's try and find some open lanes. So now you're going to see just how far apart the penalty killers are getting. And this is the strategy that Vancouver has right now, because when they're close, you can't make those plays. And then Ryan Kessler is so good on the deflections now, maybe the best in the league right now. And then let's go to the overtime winner. Same sort of thing by Vancouver. Nashville, PK, in good shape. Then they start running around, start getting spread out. They're open seams now all of a sudden. You can see they're only 13.5 feet apart. Okay, so let's find an opening here. And then what I don't like about the fronting is if you are going to, you better block the shot, because Kessler must be licking his chops right there going, you know what, if you're going to leave me open like this, and as I just said, I think he might be the best at tip-ins, then he's going to have a field day, and I think for that reason they better change their strategy or at least block those shots. Well, because this goal was so spectacular a couple nights ago, we should show it one more time, because Barry Trotz has been raving about Kessler for good reason in the Mark Messier comparison. So we're going to take a look at this. In my opinion, this is the goal of the playoffs so far, and just such a speed that he has here, and then the able to get around O'Brien and Weber, and then rifle a beautiful shot. And I was thinking about this, especially when Trotz brought up the Messier comparison. Let's go back to '84 when Mark Messier lifted the Oilers to their first Stanley Cup victory, going around Gord Dineen and Dennis Potvin and beating Billy Smith and winning the Conn Smythe. Maybe jumping ahead a little bit because it's only the second round, but...
Final thing is Zdeno Chara. Poor Bobrovsky, he goes into the game the other day and he has to face this cannon coming at his head 100 miles per hour. What's the deal with Chara?
Well, he fools you, but let's go back to 1989, Ron, as you were talking about the year that Calgary won their Stanley Cup. Take a look at the backswing, how Al McInnes, his windup, it's huge. It doesn't fool a goaltender. You know that's going to be a hard shot. That was just over 97 miles an hour with that wooden stick. But with Chara, take a look at that little backswing. That really gets the goaltenders. It's as though it fools your eyes for a second. You're like, well, how can that be that hard? And then we go back to the opening goal last game. Again, not much of a, I mean, that's even a minimal backswing. That's just over 100 miles an hour. And then his power play goal at the end of the game, same thing. I tell you that, visually to your eyes, you're not expecting that kind of shot.
Well, all three of those are one-timers, which is sort of the predictability of their power play.